On the way to the hospital, I could physically feel myself slipping away. I carried on working because I felt a great sense of expectation on me and guilt that I had to get the work finished even though I'd felt really, really ill. And I'd stayed much later than everybody else. Everyone else had left and gone home. But I decided to stay and work, and I worked myself into the ground. And I hadn't realised just how ill I was. And the next day I was rushed into emergency theatre. I wasn't afraid to die, but I was more afraid, or angry if you like, that I hadn't lived, that I hadn't made the most of every opportunity. So I was waiting for a day that might never come, when you retire, or when you're thin enough, or when the kids have grown up. And there was a sudden realisation that that day might never come. One of the diagnoses I was left with was fibromyalgia. Some days I would feel 100 years old. I wouldn't be able to get out of bed. All of my muscles would ache, they'd be painful to the touch, and on occasion the joints would swell up. And one of the doctors suggested that I start taking cold water showers to help with the swelling and the pain. That idea didn't really appeal to me, and I didn't feel that I'd be able to submerge all of my body or muscles into the water. So I started to swim outside, and the release in my muscles and joints was immediate, and I felt my body could flow freely. Swimming outside turned into an addiction, almost an obsession. So I'd start seeking out different types of water, so lakes, rivers, waterfalls, any body of water that I'd come across, I would swim in. Swimming on my own was a release, and it was the only time I could process and connect to the moment and think about I was lucky to be alive, that I was still here, I was still breathing. And I could fully appreciate being in nature. It's almost like rewilding yourself and remembering as humans we're not meant to be in these concrete jungles. Swimming in nature strips back and simplifies the material world. Stops my mind wandering. I can focus my breath. Stops me worrying about things that don't matter. And it allows me to be present in that moment.